International weapon suppliers company have rejected every connection that has to do with the zoo. They have rejected every connection because the zoo government actually put a call across and told them that they should not help in providing necessary amenities for Biafran soldiers. Now they have declined such call and said that they have already given them months, weeks to do the needful, but they refuse to do the needful. That is the International Weapon Company is saying that. You see, there are far distance that a lot of sacrifice that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made while he was away. You see, with all honesty, God's plan is God's plan. Take it or leave it. God's plan is God's plan. And that is more reason why we keep having this conversation. You see, let me bring you back to when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to be killed one certain time. This was as a result of his involvement in just telling the people that the government that Biafrans needs to be free. Free these people. Free them. Let them go. But the Nigerian government insisted that they will never free the Biafran nation. That instead of them to free the Biafran nation, it is better everybody in that Biafran land should be chased away or wiped out to another country. With all their mighty power all over the whole Africa and West Africa, they didn't even know when Nnamdi Kanu arrived to Israel. And he said, I'm relieved. So whatever these people are trying to play out now, trying to do one or two things, play cards that they want to play, is already too late. Because those who saw the game initially now understands where the whole scenario started from. And that's the biggest message. So they're now reaching out to the international weapon supply, do not engage these people. And they said, it's already late. We're already engaging them. We are already engaging them. So do whatever you want to do, say whatever you want to say. We are already engaging them. And that's where all these things lies. From the very beginning to the very end, to that very moment, the call to restore Biafra is now getting more loud than before. I put a butcher I put a baby. Let them, don't worry. I know that so many Biafrans will not forgive. Neither will they forget. It's not possible. So, far wind it. Because the final call has just happened. A surprise at the kind of speed that Biafrans moved with engaging with Russia embassy and US embassy. Now, what do I have for this morning revelation? I just learned that Russia has granted 78 hours to begin to fix their men in every junction, every part of the Biafran Republic. As in 3 days, the referendum will begin to happen. You see, a lot of things have gone wrong. And I don't know how you tend to say it or you tend to do it, but whatever that has gone wrong, and that is where all this thing lies. For the first time in history, Biafrans are correcting history. For the first time in history, Biafrans are correcting history, and that is where each and every one of us must begin with. That's the truth of the matter. It is where each and every one of us must begin with, if we don't throw this sponge to that very moment. So without doubt, with every possible communication, a lot is beginning to throw the light that it failed to throw for a very long time. So in few days to come, the Biafra referendum must be discussed. It must be discussed. It's a thing that should be discussed, and it is a thing that we have been waiting for to be discussed for a very long time. And now that is already on the table, 78 hours have already been given for every necessary point to be fixed, every necessary procedure should be taken, and the release of Nnamdi Kanu will commence immediately. Now, let's take our time to talk about the man behind the bars, the man that has been kept for no reason, undermined for no reason, and thrown into dismay for no reason. We must be accurate in our teachings. We must be accurate in whatever we say, in whatever we do. This young man has invested so much. I keep saying that the only man who cares about Biafra and Biafrans is Nnamdi Kanu. I don't care whoever that is coming out with teachings of Biafra or whatever Biafra has to do. What I'm saying is that the man who really cares about the Biafrans and the Biafran Republic is Nnamdi Kanu. Apart from him, I've not seen any other person who really cares about him. Now, let's be guided in whatever we say and whatever we preach. 78 hours have been given, and there's an agreement that is being reached. The referendum will be fixed, and Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But the most important point here is that I asked this question before, are we ready? Because each time I make video, it's either you come out backlashing me or doing whatever you want to do. The point is, are you ready to see this new Biafra?